everyone, this is Satyam and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is yet another driving tutorial video, and today's topic is how perfectly as well as smoothly you can change gears. And today's topic is much requested topic because many of you have commented in my comment section, please make a video on this particular topic. Therefore I thought okay, today I should do this. So in today's video, I'll be dealing with two sections. One will be perfection in changing gears and the other will be the smoothness part, like how smoothly you can change the gears such that people sitting at the back or inside the car, they should not feel a jerk. So I hope today's video will be helpful as well as informative for you all. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit a like to this video if you genuinely like it and share it with your friends. So yeah, let's get started with today's video. Well, this is the gear of a car. Now here you can see a diagram. Here's a line and it's written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and R. R stands for reverse. Now the position of R remains at this position in 80 to 85% of cars. But there are certain cars in which you will find this reverse section either here or here. And accordingly you'll have to follow and accordingly you'll have to change the gear when you have to reverse your car. So now, following this diagram, you have to learn how to change the gear of the car. So, as you have seen in my previous driving videos, I have uploaded about 6 to 7 of my driving tutorial videos on my channel's playlist. If you have not seen them, you can visit my channel's playlist and you can watch them. So now, in order to learn how to change the gears, we need to press the clutch. Clutch is pressed. And then, according to the diagram, we have to follow this diagram in order to change the gear. So, first of all, in order to put first gear, we'll first of all check if this gear box is in neutral position. Okay, this is in neutral position. When you turn it this side, it will come back to its normal position. When you will turn it this side, it will come back to its normal position. Now, this thing is happening because at the end of this gear rod, there is a spring which helps it to maintain its neutral position. Now, when the car is in neutral position, you need to, and in order to move the car on first gear, we'll first take the first gear. So this will be like 1, 2. So this is the first gear position. We have to go according to the diagram. Now, in order to put second gear, second is written here. So we'll press the clutch is pressed. Now we'll directly move it backwards. This has come to the second gear. Now, in order to move the gear to third, we'll do it a bit quickly. So this is the third gear. We have to be swift and quick in order to put the third gear. And according to the diagram, in order to come to the fourth gear, it has to be directly like this. This is the fourth gear. Again, if we have to go to the fifth gear, we have to follow the diagram. It has to be like this. Swift as well as quick. And now, in order to reverse our car, in order to bring it to the R position, we have to bring this to the neutral position. Again, press the clutch, 1 and 2. This is the reverse position. So, now you understood how easy this is. You have to just follow this diagram in order to change the gears. This line, this depicts the neutral position of the gear, and as it is written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and reverse, you have to keep on moving like that, and you have to practice this thing till you totally learn this diagram and till you are able to change the gears without looking at this gear knob. Because while we drive, we don't keep on looking at the gear and then we change the gear. No, it never happens. You have to understand like how it changes, and accordingly without looking at it, you have to change the gear from neutral to 1, and when the speed of the car increases to 2, and then when further the speed increases to 3, and when further the speed increases to 4, and then when further speed increases to 5, and when you have to reverse, this is the reverse position. So the movement of the gearbox, this entire gear knob, can take place only when the clutch is pressed. Without pressing the clutch, the gear cannot be changed. You have to press the clutch completely. Now sometimes what happens when people press the clutch in order to change the gear, sometimes they do not press the clutch completely. The clutch is pressed somewhere halfway. What happens after pressing the clutch halfway? If you try to change the gear won't change, and there will be some sounds coming out of your car, and that will denote that you need to press the clutch completely, and then you need to change your gear. So whenever you are changing the gears, make sure that the clutch is pressed completely, never halfway. Holding the gear properly is also very much important. So there are people I have seen who change the gears this way, 1, and then they'll do it like this 2. So I don't find this thing very proper, and I'm not comfortable with it. Therefore I hold it this way and then I try to change the gears. So holding it perfectly and comfortably is also very much important in order to change gears. So whichever way is comfortable for you, choose that. There are people, maybe they are comfortable doing this. I am not. Like, even by looking at them, I feel like, how are they changing the gears? So this is a more comfortable way for me to change the gear. So please look into it, and whichever way is comfortable for you, choose that accordingly. If you practice this for 1 entire day, 2 entire day, you will completely have a good hold on how to change the gears perfectly. Now coming on to the smoothness, like how to change the gears smoothly. So I'll tell you now. Now whenever you have to change the gear, it has to be very smooth. Now how will it be smooth? So whenever we have to change the gear, we need to press the clutch. Clutch is pressed, gear is changed, and then smoothly the clutch has to be released and the accelerator has to be pressed. It should never be like the clutch is pressed and then suddenly it is left like this. No, you don't have to do this. You have to be very careful here. Clutch is pressed and it has to be released very smoothly like this, and the accelerator has to be pressed very smoothly. Now, like, you have to maintain a good coordination of leaving the clutch and pressing the accelerator simultaneously. If you give jerk here like this, if you give it like this, then people sitting in the car, they'll get a jerk and they'll also get to know you changed the gears. A driver should be such that nobody sitting in the car should ever notice that he or she just changed the gear from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. It has to be so smooth that it should go unnoticed. So, in order to change the gear, press the clutch, change the gear, and then release the clutch very slowly. Simultaneously press the accelerator. Now, when you are driving already on particular speed, the accelerator is pressed. Now, you have to change the gear, then press the clutch, release your leg from the accelerator, quickly change the gear, again release the leg from the clutch and start pressing the accelerator. Remember, whenever you have to change the gear, you have to press the clutch, and at the same time you have to release the accelerator also. In such a case, there will be smooth gear change. Change the gear quickly and then release the clutch and press the accelerator simultaneously. This has to be really quick as well as smooth. So you have to practice this thing. This is the, you can say, the key to effective driving. A person who masters this coordination perfectly, that person becomes a good and a great driver. So hope you all followed that whenever you have to change the gear, you have to press the clutch, and then you have to simultaneously change the gear from neutral to 1 position, from 1 to 2 position, from 2 to 3 position, from 3 to 4 position, from 4 to 5 position, and then if you have to reverse, you have to bring it like this. Now, if you do not hold this properly, you won't be able to change the gears perfectly. Many a times it happens that when a person is driving on first gear, if he is not careful enough to change the gear this way, what will happen? He is on first gear and he'll do it like this. The gear will automatically change to fourth, and he or she will think that the gear is in second position, and then the car will suddenly start making noise, or it will start producing certain kind of noise. So you have to be very careful. In order to change the first and second gear, this gearbox has to be bent that way, like this side. This is 1 and this is 2. Now in case you are on first and you suddenly try to bring it on second position and you do it this way, this will easily and quickly come to the fourth position. So be very careful. Do it like this 1, and then 2 should be like this. It should be pressed that side, right? And then from 2, you have to be very quick and smooth. Press the clutch, and from here to here, like the diagram goes like this. Vertical, horizontal, and then vertical again. And again, now backward will be fourth. Again, in order to go to the fifth position, it has to be this way. Vertical, horizontal, and then vertical, and then neutral. Hope you understood. So holding this gear is also holding this gear correctly is also very much important. If you do not hold this properly, you'll think that you are putting second gear, it will automatically go to fourth. And even if you try to change the gears from second to third, you won't be able to do it very quickly and smoothly. And sometimes the car can stop. Sometimes certain noises will be produced from the car. So in order to learn the perfection in this thing, press the clutch completely and then try to change the gears according to the diagram. Practice it perfectly such that people traveling along with you enjoys the ride. So I hope you understood today's video and you understood how you have to change the gears perfectly as well as smoothly. And both perfection and smoothness in changing the gear is very much important, because a smooth gear change is required for other people sitting in the car and you yourself to not get a jerk, and perfection is required in order to drive perfectly. So I hope the video was useful to you. I hope you got to learn a lot, got to know a lot about the gearbox and everything related to gear, how you need to press the clutch and change the gear, and quickly and swiftly you have to leave the clutch and then press the accelerator in order to keep moving forward. So nothing is tough in this. Everything is very simple. Just practice is required. So in order to be more and more skillful, practice a lot, because practice will lead you to become an expert. And so yeah, this is all for today. I have realized that there are few people who are very skillful, like they are skillful by default and they have a lot of interest in driving. So because of the interest, they quickly learn how to drive. And there are people who need to practice a lot in order to gain that expertise and skills. So even that is a good thing. Please do not refrain from practicing. Practice a lot, and you will gain perfection in changing the gears, as well as you learn how to smoothly change them. And people sitting along with you while you drive will really enjoy the drive, and it will be a smooth one. So this is it for today. If you have any other queries, any other doubts or any other video suggestions, please post that in the comment section. And yeah, I think the video was helpful and useful to you. If you are new to my channel, then please make sure to subscribe and do not forget to hit the bell icon to be notified any further. Hit a like to this video if you genuinely liked it, and share this video with your friends. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay tuned, keep watching, keep smiling, keep driving and practicing. Bye bye. Take care.